Good evening. This is Susan's ramblings. I said I would show you how I dehydrate my eggs. First of all, I take my eggs and I scramble them. I mean, I beat them up until they're foamy. And then I put them into the pan and I fry them, or I cook them at low heat. Yes, that's what I do, very low heat. Then I let them cool. And then finally, I put them on the trays. I break them up into little pieces. See, there's not very many big pieces there. And I spread them out on our trays. I do it all the time. Then I dry them at about 125 for anywhere from 12 to 18 hours. Dry them slow and dry them slow. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't try to speed it, because if you try to speed it, they're going to be burned and thing. I'm not very happy with this batch of eggs, because I really left them in the pan a little bit too long. But anyway, that's what I do. That's how I do my eggs. I put no grease or no water or nothing in my eggs. It is just plain eggs in a non-stick pan. I cook them slow. I cook them very slow. This one I was in a hurry for because I wanted to get it up, and so, yeah, we got some brown spots in there. I don't like them. But when it grinds up, when you ground it up, it'll be fine. Okay. I dry these, like I said, at about 125 degrees for approximately 12 to 18 hours. It depends on our humidity. It depends on your dehydrator. You have to go by what your dehydrator says. And then I spread them out. I make sure they're spread out very, very thinly, because then they dry faster. And not only that, they dry better, I find, rather than pounding posts and loading it all up. All right, when I get them done, when I get them dried, this is what they look like. Now, these were done maybe a week ago, and I haven't ground them up yet. That's what they look like when they're dried. Okay? They're big clumps. Just like that. I leave them in my, after they are dried, I leave them in my dehydrator for a while. Anywhere to 12 to 24 hours. Simply because then I can condition them. And I can make sure all the moisture is out of there before I put them to be used, okay? This is that's what I do. You have to do what works best for you. Your kitchen, your rules. This is what works for me. All right, then after I get them dried, and I get them thing like that, I grind them up. I use my Ninja. And here's my eggs that I ground up. Okay? If you look at them, watch me turn them upside down. They freely float in my jar. They do not clump up. That's the way you want your eggs, or any of your powders, to be. Not clumpy, but free flowing when you put them in your jars and when you go like that. All right? You don't want them to clump up, because then they're not dry enough. If you have that problem after you've grinded and they're still clumpy, then put them back in the dehydrator and finish dehydrating them. Okay? That's a simple solution. Okay. And this powdered eggs I use just like I do any of the powdered eggs that you can buy in your 10 cents, in 10, number 10 cans. And I can't remember what it is for now what the measurements are, but that's the measurements I use. If you haven't got any of those cans at home and you do this, just go to Amazon and click on their egg can and find out what their servings, how they make it. Okay? I find I have it better if I scramble them first. I have tried dehydrating them just as liquids, and it just doesn't work as well for me, okay? But it might work well for you. This is the way I make them. This is the way that has worked best for me. But like I said, everybody is different. Everybody's kitchen is different. Everybody's rules are different. So you do what you would do. But don't be afraid to experiment. So many people say, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. Hey, and they say it's not approved. But I got news for you people. USDA has not approved any recipes. They have not tested any recipes since the 1980s. And you know, there are a lot of things that have changed since 1980. That's 40 years ago. We aren't doing the same thing as we did 40 years ago. And so, just because it's not approved, it means that they didn't test it. Who knows what would happen if they would test it now? And we know it works because we can get the number 10 cans of it. So, like I said, just go on your kitchen, your rules. It works for me. Have a great day. I hope you understand what we're saying here. And try it. Let me know how you do. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.